What's good? What's good? It's your man Kil.
And I am Dr. Roz, who's sitting very biased because now he's like videotaping me without me knowing
Whatever.
to let you guys see my cray cray.
Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City.
I know this guy.
Classic album in my eyes. I give it 5 months. I give it 5 months.
I know him.
That's what you were singing. The last joint. Don't kill my vibe.
Trick don't kill my vibe. That's what I go with.
I mean, there's another version that's not Trick, but
Oh, see, I only hear the radio version. What's the name of the song?
Something Don't Kill My Vibe.
Oh. I see that.
I'll let you take this home so you can meditate with
No,
this.
it's okay. No, because I can't sing those words.
Okay. I'm a 34-year-old black woman who has been married for 2 years to my college sweetheart. No, we didn't stay together all of that time. We went our separate ways, but after graduation, but at homecoming a few years back, we reconnected and started dating again. The problem that we're dealing with right now is my husband is a drug addict. When we were in college, he used to smoke weed. In fact, he was the weed guy. Everybody went to the buy their weed. We actually met at my girlfriend's apartment when he came to bring us some weed. Yes, I used to smoke weed too. And at 18, 19, 20, even 21, I didn't have a problem with him smoking and selling weed. I looked at it like it was just a college phase. So I was shocked when we linked back up and he was still smoking weed. We're no longer in college anymore. We are now adults who are hard-working members of society. He's no longer in Bed-Stuy or on campus with his boys smoking blunts all day. So I told him that he needed to stop smoking weed, which turned into a huge argument, but eventually he said that he would try to stop. And he tried to stop all right. He tried to stop smoking it around me in our apartment or his car so I wouldn't catch him. But I swear he's either too dumb or too high to know that I know when he's been smoking weed. My breaking point was this past month when he lost his job because of a random drug test and it came back positive. Now he doesn't have a job, and because he's quote unquote depressed, he's been smoking weed even more. I love my husband. I want to have his back, but he doesn't see him smoking weed as a problem. He compares it to smoking cigarettes or having a drink after work, but I try to explain to him those things are legal. Smoking weed isn't. I don't want to lose my marriage and leave my husband, but I feel like he's not thinking about my feelings at all. He's trying to hide smoking from me, and now I'm worried that since he's not working, he'll go back to selling weed, and that's the last thing I need, a weed smoking, drug dealing husband.
Wow.
I'm going to let you do your PhD thing as far as addictions go before I dive into my
you know what, honestly,
soliloquy of chaos.
Honestly, marijuana does not really have an addictive quality, honestly. So when someone is actually smoking weed, they're really doing that by choice. It's not like with heroin or something of that nature where it's an actual craving. It does not have that type of addictive quality to it.
So what you're telling me is that...
I'm not saying it's okay.
No, I'm not saying it's okay.
All right.
That what you're telling me is that you can technically not be addicted to weed.
Yeah, it doesn't have an addictive quality.
Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't know that, and so mentally they think that they are addicted and they feel like they have to have it, but it does not have that craving. It does not affect the receptors in the brain that causes an addiction.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
This is going to be harsh, and he may have to absolutely hit rock bottom before he realizes that it's an issue. I would like to know more information about who said it was okay for him to smoke weed. Like, is this something that his family did? Was it something that was very accepted on his block? You know, is this something that he just kind of grew up with? And so that's why it's kind of like a hard thing to pull away from. Because that would tell a lot about why he feels as if it's okay, if that makes sense. But it's definitely a problem, especially if bottom line of this is that she does not feel safe and secure and stable.
And we all know that's what women need. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that from sitting here next to you for 6 years, I know that's what a wife needs.
Yes. I mean, that's just one of our number one. Yeah, but think about your daughter, Naomi. Don't you want that for her?
Yeah. I'm not beefing
with
you.
No, but I'm just saying, like, don't you want to make sure that the man that you give her away to is going to make sure that she's safe,
right,
stable, and secure?
Right.
And so if he has a problem then that means that he may not be managing the funds well. So now I feel unsafe. You don't even see where it's a problem where you've lost your job. So now our stability is stressed out. And now I can't even trust if you're not going to sell it. Like, I don't even trust that you have great decision-making skills to not jeopardize our family like that. Okay. To where you could legally go to jail, where it can legally be an issue. So at the end of the day, her problem is really a security safety issue. Truthfully, she probably don't want to see her husband just out there hurt or whatever. But really, I know she's in a place where she's thinking, you know, if I lose him, what is my life going to be like without him? Basically, I'm sure that has run through her mind. For him, again, behaviors are nothing but symptoms of a bigger problem. So now that he's lost his job, he's really depressed. The depression was probably already there. People use drugs. So you do have those type of people that, you know, do a little puff, puff, pass, pass when they're in undergrad because,
what?
You know, puff, puff, pass, pass. Right? No. That's what they used to call it. No.
Just keep talking.
Okay. So you do have those people that just try it, but they're just like, yeah, that's not really my thing, as they get into the real world and realize that people around them, other professionals, that's not what they do. And then you have the individuals that continue to keep doing those type of behaviors, and then they make excuses and justify. I know a whole bunch of professionals that do it. I know doctors that do it. Now you become a functional weed head, basically.
All right. Now let me ask you, and I think my initial thing when we answered this question back when we first got it was, you know, my husband's a drug addict. I think my thing is I never saw weed as a drug. I know,
and that's the problem. A lot of people don't.
I know it is a drug, but I think, you know, I got enough weed friends who will debate this to death with you that it comes from the earth. And, you know, I was watching something the other day on drugs, and the lady had fibromyalgia. I have fibromyalgia. And she was saying that the weed, you know, helped her. You know what I mean? In California, you know, she moved to California so she could get the legalized weed. You know, so at the end of the day, I think I've always looked at weed as not really like a drug because, I mean, it's legal places.
So it comes from the earth.
Well, I'm not. No, you don't have to debate me because I'm not a weed head.
No. But I'm just saying, when people make that comment, so does dirt, but we're not running around eating dirt. You know what I mean?
Right, but what I'm saying is that the medical world has prescribed this to people with medical ailments.
And, you know, we're about to get it right here in D.C. They've already passed it.
So, I have fibromyalgia. So
you're going to try?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'll try.
But you're probably not going to smoke it. You're probably going to get the liquid form.
Okay.
Or you'll probably put it in your food.
Okay.
I'm asking.
I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, but I just saw that, and the lady said that
because I know that that's real for you.
Right.
Yeah,
it helped the fibromyalgia more than anything the doctors had done. So, but you're not going to see a doctor prescribing crack for something one day or heroin. So I think that's the thing. I think my thing has always been, you know, like, is weed really a drug?
It is.
I mean, at the same time, aspirin is a drug. So all these things are drugs, you know? So I think there's just a negative connotation when we say drugs, you know?
Well, the thing with weed and why it is illegal is because it is one of those gateway drugs, but it's one of the most dangerous drugs because barring you getting the weed plant yourself, doing whatever you got to do to manufacture to get the weed out of it, barring you rolling it up yourself, you have no idea what someone is putting in that.
Okay.
So a lot of people are getting bad weed that's laced with PCP, that's laced with all types of stuff. You know, you've heard of boats and dippers, and then you have people that'll start losing it. Like just last week, there was a young fellow who had smoked some weed.
Young
fella. Smoked some weed. It was laced with PCP, and he's naked, trying to climb trees.
Like Smokey. On a Friday.
Oh, I guess, yes. I did.
You never saw
Friday. I did. I just can't remember.
Okay.
I need a refresher course. So you have no idea what, barring you getting it from a medicinal place, you don't know what's being impacted and what you're smoking, and then you're ingesting this. Moreover, marijuana definitely attacks frontal lobe. And so, you know, we talked about that a bit. So beginning on how young you start smoking, because our frontal lobe does not develop until we're at least like 25 to 30. Depending on how long you start or how young you start smoking weed, you probably have retarded your brain growth. And I would suspect that's what's going on with this young fella.
Stop saying fella, number one.
I like it. Right.
Number two.
Young man.
So, the problem of him not seeing this as an addiction. I know you broke down that you really can't be addicted to drugs. He doesn't see this as a problem. How does she get her husband to understand that you do have a problem? You're smoking weed all the time.
There's nothing she's going to be able to say.
Okay.
He's going to have a rock bottom. And
but can you really get a rock bottom with weed?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, because if losing your
job,
in
your voice?
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, right? Let me take a sip.
That's water, y'all.
Okay.
I know y'all saw the red cup.
Like the Red Cup Chronicles. But yeah, his rock bottom could absolutely be he's already lost his job. Depending on what type of job it was, you're not going to be able to get a reference from that job. You can never reference that job again because you lost your job because of drugs.
Right.
You know, you lose your wife too. So at some point, you're going to lose stability because if she moves, then where are you going to live?
So basically,
and so he's gotta.
There's nothing that she can do.
I'm not saying there's nothing that she can do, but what I am saying is that it's on him to realize that it's a problem.
Okay.
And the more you get in his face and rah, the more it's going to push him towards it.
Okay, so for him, he has to hit rock bottom, understand he's lost everything, for him to say, I don't need to be smoking weed. Okay.
And that is how you hold them accountable. And I would never, ever tell someone to leave their husband, ever, barring that there's violence or drug use. But if you're not sure of your safety and think that he's about to be selling drugs, then you can't lose your home with this person. You can't get yourself tied up in that. Because if he starts selling drugs, then they do a bust at your house, then guess what? You going down too, because you live there. So you cannot tie your life up, and I know he's your husband, but you cannot do that to yourself. So maybe you can go stay with a girlfriend for some time or move out. I don't know what it is that you have to do. And again, I would never tell someone to leave their husband. But in this situation, you have to look out for you.
All right. So you got it from the PhD on tap. So I'm your man, Kil.
And I am Dr. Roz.
Hopefully, prayerfully, we answered your questions.
We're praying for you guys.
And keep it locked, MarriageExposed at gmail.com for questions or comments. We good.
Yeah.
Keep it locked.